Okay, so today we're sitting at a slightly different angle here. We have a 2005, at least they said it's a 2005 instrument cluster that supposedly is the cause of their battery drain. So I got you sitting here so that way you can see my power supply over here and watch it. But we're going to test it real quick and see if we actually have a battery drain by this. So let's go ahead and power it up real quick and see what we get. So right now we just have the battery cable hooked up, but let's go ahead and power it all the way up for a second. So there we go, it's all the way on. And now we're gonna take it off. So it should even out at about 0.45 amps for just a second, 0.44, 0.45. And then like 10 seconds later, or 20 seconds later, it should go to zero. And there we go. So it properly went to sleep. So we know this instrument cluster is not causing a battery drain. And we can test it not only from doing it where we gave it all the power. Let's do this one too. This is just the battery cable. So now it's going to do a reset. So it boots up for just a second. And again, it goes back to sleep like it's supposed to. So before I take this thing all the way apart, I'm going to message him and see if he still wants me to rebuild it and make sure there's nothing else going on in here. He does have a dead bulb right there. So I'll ask him and see what he wants to do. If he doesn't want to do anything, I'm just gonna mail it back to him and not charge him anything for the repair because there's no repair to be done. Yeah, I do no fix no fee. So if you mail in something and it's not the problem, all what you gotta do is pay your shipping to get it back, and that's it. So I'm gonna send this to him real quick. Just send this clip to him and then see what he wants to do. Okay, so we got permission to rebuild this. Let's get it apart real quick and see what we got here. So it looks like it's probably been rebuilt by somebody before. There's some marks there. That one's really stuck on there. I wonder if that's an MCR. Sometimes those stick. If you aren't familiar with MCR, it's just a cheap brand stepper motor. No, these are all stock stepper motors. These are all the stock bulbs. I don't think this was actually rebuilt. This must be some junkyard must make that mark when they sell clusters. Uh, Not sure where that mark came from. But yeah, so we are looking at a bone stock one. And yeah, we got a little bit of corrosion on the back because that's what we'd be looking for on one that is having a battery drain issue. So maybe it has an intermittent battery drain, but I don't think this is the cause of this guy's battery drain. So yeah, we're looking at one with the original bulb still on it and the original stepper motor. So and mileage might actually be real that was on there. So all right, we'll get this thing apart and get all these stepper motors off and put this thing back together. Okay, so we got all the stepper motors off. We got all the old bulbs off. Let's put some flux on here and reflow all these common solder joints, just because they weren't giving us problems. It kind of looked like there might be some hairline cracks there, but it's not going to cause the battery drain. Just want to make sure it doesn't come back for any repairs in the future. I just always reflow that stuff. Alright. So I don't know if you could see it in the video, but we definitely had a hairline crack on that one. As soon as we started to hit it with solder, it shifted. So that's why we just go ahead and reflow all of these, even if you don't for sure see a crack, is because you never know. And then it had that come all the way loose, then they would have lost the screen and it'd come back to you for a warranty repair, which you don't want to do. Nobody wants to do warranty repairs. Okay, so here all what I'm doing is using the soldering iron and some heat and some flux to get all of that corrosion off. Okay, and that's all of it I can see on there, so there's not a ton of it on this board. Let's clean this flux off and then we can put the new bulbs on and then the new stepper motors. Alright, let's get these bulbs put on here. Okay, we got 6 new stepper motors sitting on there, so let's go ahead and get them soldered down on there. Alright, well, that's all the stepper motors soldered down, and we got all the new bulbs on, so now it's time to just put the thing back together and give it a test and make sure everything's working properly. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I got this thing put back together and didn't record it. Somebody contacted me about doing another repair, and I got distracted and was talking to them about it, so let's just power this up so you can see it working. But yep, all the lights are working now, everything's evenly backlit. We have data communication as soon as I plugged it back in. There we go. Gotta turn it off and back on though when you do that. There we go. Alright. So now we have data communication because you can see all the ones that are over the class 2 data moving, and then we got Tahoe there and Speedo there. So everything's working. You know, voltmeter, as I've discussed before, I can't show it working because I don't have a body control module in my test setup there. It's just a PCM. The PCM does all of the rest of it, just not the battery. I don't get why they changed that in the 03 and ups, because the 99 to 02, the instrument cluster just did it. You know, it didn't get the reading from the body control module. So yeah, this was a pretty straightforward repair. I mean, we really just need to replace a couple bulbs in there. There was a little corrosion on the back of the board we were able to clean up, and we put some brand new stepper motors in there because we were in it. So yeah, this is we'll call this one done. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully you liked it.